Joshua Reid. Today we'll be talking about the company Foot Locker. The company Foot Locker was founded in 1879 by a man named Frank Woolworth. Even though it wasn't incorporated until 1905, when it was changed to the name Foot Locker as we know it today. Foot Locker has 8 different brands under the name Foot Locker that we already know. One of the brands, Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, CCS, 602, and East Bay.
I'm going to be giving you the market information for our company, Foot Locker. Foot Locker's ticker symbol on the stock market is FL, and the current price is $45.84. What I'm going to do for you, so you can keep track of it while I'm going through the presentation, is keep it here at the bottom of the screen. The 52-week high, the 52-week low, the cap, and the New York Stock Exchange market is at the bottom of the screen as it rolls across while I'm doing the presentation.
The industry classification for Foot Locker is textile. Textile is only given to companies that sell apparel, footwear, accessories, and other consumer goods. Foot Locker operates across 35 different countries across 3 continents: United States and Canada, Europe, and Australia and New Zealand.
The next thing I'm going to give you is the ratios of our company, Foot Locker. The first ratio I'm going to give you is the current ratio. The current ratio tells you how much asset there is to liability. In 2012, the current ratio was at 99%. In 2011, the current ratio was at 98%. Our next ratio I'm going to give you is the debt ratio. The debt ratio is how much debt there is on the actual company itself. In 2012, the debt ratio was at 69%. In 2011, the debt ratio was at 67%. The next ratio I'm going to give you is the gross profit ratio. The gross profit ratio tells you how much money was made based on cost of goods and the revenues. In 2012, Foot Locker made $5.015 billion. In 2011, Foot Locker made $4.554 billion. The next ratio that we're going to give you is the operating margin ratio. The operating margin ratio tells you how efficient the company actually performed for that year. In 2000, Locker performed at 8%. The next ratio I'm going to give you is the profit margin ratio. The profit margin ratio actually tells you how much money the company made for that year in relation to the total revenues. In 2012, Foot Locker performed at 6%. In 2011, Foot Locker performed at 4%. The last and final ratio is the return on assets. The return on assets ratio tells you how quickly assets are turned into investments. In 2011, the assets ratio was at 9%. In 2012, the asset ratio was at 12%.
According to the Wall Street Journal, Foot Locker and other sports retailers were unappreciated due to the fact that department stores started selling sports merchandise, which in the end makes demand for sports apparel higher and ultimately makes Foot Locker a more popular company.
When trying to figure out if your company is doing well or if it was doing bad, you compare your company to the industry that that company is in. Foot Locker is in the textile and apparel market. To compare that to the industry, Foot Locker is in 4 different categories. In these 4 categories, as you can see, Foot Locker is doing extremely well for its industry. After looking at all the information and all of the numbers have been crunched, we look at it, and to invest in Foot Locker would be an exceptional idea. Foot Locker, over the past years that it's been incorporated, has done a tremendous job in doing well every other year. In comparison comparison to itself as an individual and to the industry, Foot Locker is doing well overall and is a perfect company to invest in.